Welcome to another episode, my grammar pirates. We are going to learn more about adjectives today. Before we go too far, I wrote a song to help us remember everything we need to know about adjectives. So let's check it out. The Adjective Song. Adjectives are fun. Adjectives are cool. All over the world, you know the adjectives rule. They point to the noun. They tell us where to look. All those great adjectives, they make a better book. Don't forget the three that you just don't see. A, N, and the, you know, are the big three. Adjectives are fun. Adjectives are cool. All over the world, you know the adjectives rule. To see if the word fits, you need to answer this. Whose, what kind, how much, and which? Then the answer's yes. Adjectives are fun. Adjectives are cool. All over the world, you know the adjectives rule. All right. So adjectives are words that allow simple sentences to take on more detail and allow a reader to better visualize what is happening within a sentence or a scene. So these are words that modify or give more detail to a noun or a pronoun. And just like it said in the song, whose, what kind, how much, and which, then the answer's yes. So here's an example. The caterpillars walked to the store. And this sentence is very simple. It has a subject and a predicate, but it leaves a lot of questions. How many caterpillars? What do they look like? Which store? What kind of a store? Adjectives allow us to answer all of these questions. So let's elaborate on this thought a bit. 12 fluffy purple caterpillars walked to the kids' clothing store. That has a lot more detail, and you can definitely visualize that as a reader a whole lot better. So the big three, otherwise known as articles. These three little words do provide more information about a noun or a pronoun, but they can oftentimes be overlooked. That's why I call them the big three. Even though they are little, they pack a punch. Like this little grammar guy down here. There are also proper adjectives, just like there are proper nouns. Do you remember what a proper noun is? That's right, it's a specific and special kind of noun. In fact, it is so special that it has a capital letter. Well, proper adjectives are the same thing. Often it's relating to a country of origin, for example, an English manner, or Mexican food, or the American flag. So write down the adjectives in each sentence, and if you remembered, a lot of these sentences can have more than one adjective. That's going to make that sentence a lot more detailed for the reader who's trying to visualize this. So let's start with number 1. The tiny green guy was reading a grammar book. Number 2. Bella, the beautiful beagle, was running through the neighbor's yard. Number 3. My green pen was missing from my messy desk. Number 4. The red knit blanket was made by my mother. And number 5. My Serbian grandmother made the best fluffy pancakes. So hopefully you wrote down those adjectives. Let's see what they are. What green guy? The tiny green one. What book? A grammar book. The beautiful beagle is giving us more information about Bella. So in this case, it's actually kind of reworded a little bit, and this is called an appositive because it's giving us more information, and you can also see the commas that are kind of circling around through it. And the yard, whose yard? The neighbor's yard. The is an article, one of the big three. Which pen? My green one. Which desk? My messy one. Which blanket? The red knit blanket. The is another one of the big three, an article, but it's still an adjective. Whose mother? My mother. My Serbian grandmother. Remember what Serbian is? That's a proper adjective. It's related to usually a country of origin. What kind of pancakes? The best fluffy kind. So hopefully you got those right. If you didn't, keep rewatching, keep practicing. If you got a lot of them, that's great. Sometimes when you get started, especially those articles, those big three, they can kind of slip through the cracks, but that's all right. Keep working at it. Grammar Pirates, until next episode, I will see you later.